can you share maybe some life hack? What did you use on your application maybe?
Yeah, so I think what I used in my application a long time ago told me that you should probably have these three things. You should have a struggle that you overcame, something that made it harder for you to do what you did, but you did it anyways. Um, a passion, like I said, something that can prove your passion, and also something about community service. So something, some type of philanthropy that you can talk about or that you participated in. I think that's crucial because they want to see that you're well-rounded as well as the passion, which may seem kind of counterintuitive based on what I just said, but it's good to have some type of philanthropy. And then something else like unique about yourself. Like for instance, I wrote one of my essays about cooking and how I love to cook is like my hobby. So something that like you're not just a person that is academic and has ambition. Like you're a person. You have to like show them that you're like real. Like you have a personality and like you like to do things with your time. Like for instance, like cooking or surfing or you have to just like be real.
Okay, thanks. Um, that was really awesome. And maybe what advice would you give to high school students, especially who are applying to California, UCLA, regarding academics, maybe?
I would say to make sure to keep your grades at a high level. And if that's not possible, to show an upward trend in grades, because not only do they want to see that like you can maintain a GPA, because UCLA is so difficult sometimes with like the stress and the time management, because it's such difficult courses in such a small time. They want you to prove that you're able to be able to handle like such rigor. So I think an upward trend is definitely like something important. And academically, that is the best thing I can do. I would say also maybe taking advanced classes or seeing if you could take classes maybe at a college too. I did that as well. I took psychology classes at a community college. Um, it kind of maybe proved to the admissions officers that I could handle like what is coming towards me. And so basically just proving that you're going to be able to do well and succeed here at UCLA.
Okay, so now you are in the second year, right? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and your major is neuroscience. Your minor is um.
I'm planning on minoring in Latin, like the language.
Mm, okay, so by the way, are the Kazakh classes already finished?
Yes, unfortunately they already finished, and I wanted to see if I could take the second Kazakh class, but they didn't. They didn't offer it this quarter,
Mm.
so I'm not sure what's going on with that. Because I that class was so awesome. I got to learn about the culture, the food, and I got to meet you, and it was super. I love that class. I really wish that I could have taken the second part.
Cool. Maybe in the future you can visit here. Do you have in mind?
Yeah, that's my plans. I really want to go after hearing everything. Even the music, like I got to hear the music. I got to hear like it sounds so cool. I wish I could go.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, if you come, you can come to Almaty. We can meet there, I guess.
Yes.
So, are you like in fully funded program or maybe some grants for this?
Yeah, so I'm involved in like a few clubs here. I'm part of a club. It's called LA Girl Games, which is like a gym club. So I go and I work out with them. We have events. Nike just came. I did like a not a marathon, a 5K with them. I also helped create a club with my friend called Crafts for Care, and she kind of created this club, and then I became the treasurer of it, and I basically found like funding for the club, and we made craft packages for the little kids that are in the hospital in the pediatric unit. And so we just delivered our first round of packages. I'm also an associate producer at FPS, which is like a film club here. and we do short films, so that's pretty cool.
Mm.
And then, um, as well as that, I also, like I said, I work at the Hammer Museum, so I run what's called public programs, not run, but help run. I'm a student assistant, and we host different types of screenings and events. Um, a lot of Oscar contenders came this year, so like the movies, they'll show them on the big screen, and some of the actors will come.
Great. That's awesome. Perfect. I wish you good luck. It just sounds like a dream. Um, I was since from my first year of university, since my high school years, I wanted to study in the U.S. Applied to many programs, been a finalist, semi-finalist. So it was always my dream to live in American school student life. Um, so can you talk a little bit about financial aid available at UCLA, maybe?
Yeah, there's a lot of financial resources. There's financial counselors. They're giving a lot of federal aid to students as well here. There's lots of grants and scholarships to apply for. There's an entire office at UCLA dedicated to helping students with financial aid. So it's almost like you're never alone, which is a really good thing, and I love that because you never stressed. There's also opportunities called work study where you can like directly pay your tuition through a job, which is really awesome. And there's a lot of clubs that actually support even just your own financial wellness. Um, there's just a lot of programs here that support students financially.
Okay, great. Maybe I can try in the future.
Yeah.
So, did you consider studying in different countries just so maybe some back on the mind, or you never did?
I really wanted to study at Oxford, and that was like one of my dreams, but it is a little expensive, and I loved UCLA so much, and I don't know if I could leave like the SoCal weather and like being around all of the different types of like environments like the beach. I don't know what I would do without that. So I really I was really heavily debating it, but I ended up choosing UCLA to apply to instead.
Nice. Yeah, I know the beaches are nice.
Yeah.
So, oh, by the way, this year I've been to Taiwan, for like a program. It was just a conference. It was a fully funded conference. So, um, let's
Was it
say
cool?
it,
Was it like fun?
it was awesome. It was great. They selected from 365 students only, let's say, only 24.
Wow.
Yeah, only 24. And all of the participants were from Asia. So it was fun. It was great. The conference was on internet governance. So, yeah. Uh,
That's so cool. I'm not surprised you got picked. You're super awesome.
Thank you. You too. But I just, read your essays and it was so good. I like the way you just inspire through your essay. Um,
Thank you.
and what is one myth about UCLA or US colleges that you want to debunk based on your experience?
Okay, so I would say that the myth, there's a thing, I'm not sure if you heard of it, but it's called the freshman 15. They say that the food here in the US or US colleges is very, it's gonna make you gain weight and it's super unhealthy. And not always is that true. There are certain dining halls that are so bad, yes, and we have ice cream and french fries and you could go crazy. But there's also specific dining halls here. By the way, UCLA is number one for dining hall food. There's certain dining halls here that have like salmon or like healthy salads and like healthy stuff. And UCLA also gives you access to two gyms, and it's all on a hill. So you're never walking flat, you're always walking on a hill. The dorms are up here, you go down a hill and up a hill to get to class.
Oh,
So it's a mile walk. So the freshman 15 is a myth, I will say.
that's mind blowing. I just try to, imagine this. How did you explain? Yeah, I do. I know. I knew this myth because when I was in Taiwan, I met the one guy. Actually, there's a whole backstory on that. That guy was kind of overrated, and he was white, male, and I thought he was American. Sorry, I mean he was just like from American movies this time because I grew up and watching American movies and there was always those people, so there's just some image of that, and this guy actually helped me to buy my tickets because my plane was late, and this guy turned out to be a multi-billionaire.
What? That's crazy. You just met him there?
Yeah, so when it was my plane was late and we were in the same plane. It should be, there was Singaporean, it was Singapore Airlines. So the airline was called Scoot Airlines, and then we talked about it, and then I knew that this guy has three passports. One of them is African. He was a diplomat there. Yeah, and from New Zealand and Australian. Three passports.
That's a crazy meet.
Yeah, it was just so crazy. So I had like four layovers to fly into Taipei. I spent like 2 days of flying, and from like 2 straight days I just was flying. And the last day of my time in Taipei, our flight was being late, was delayed, and then I sat down next to him talking just about my feelings, and then he's like, okay, I can buy you tickets. I didn't ask for tickets, but he just offered me, and he bought me like tickets for the next flight, and it was like a first first class ticket, or that's airline. Yeah, and after 2 hours our flight finally arrived. It was landed, and then we sat on the airplane, and he said, let's move to the first class because we're in economy class, and he was showing to the to the board, how do you call it? Okay, so he was showing his card. It was a debit card. It wasn't a credit card, and it was like black. It's like American Express debit card, the type of thing.
Oh, okay.
And the people at the staff on the board didn't accept this card because it was just debit card. They accept only credit cards. It was like in the movies. He said like, do you know what this card means? The board staff says, yeah, I know, but we can't accept this card. So, and then we just exchanged some numbers.
Fancy man.
Yeah,
Fancy man.
he was very kind. Actually, he just invested in Indonesia, for kids study for like $10,000. What he said. Just
That's so nice.
yeah, it's nice of him. So we sometimes get in touch with him. It's just a whole story like this.
Yeah, that's super cool. You should fly you out to do more conferences where he's at.
Yeah. So yeah, I do definitely heard about this. I also heard from my friends who's studying in USA that the food is not good. I heard that the cakes are not tasty like in CIS countries, like in Kazakhstan.
I wish I could taste it. I mean, I'm not a big fan of cake, so maybe it's just the cake that's here.
Yeah, they say it's super tasty. A lot of sugar. So much sugar.
Oh, yeah, a lot of sugar. Everything has sugar in it. Everything has sunflower oil in it and red dye. Just so bad.
Yeah, and also heard about the portions. The portions are big. Here in Kazakhstan, if you order McDonald's, there will be like smaller size compared to US. So the sizes are big. Everything is big in US. This myth is everybody knows, and they talk about it. It's like just
I will say that is true because everything here is like huge. You get like big plates.
yeah, and then you can just take them with you if you haven't finished eating it. And what about your like tip culture? Do you support it or maybe you don't?
Like you said, tip culture, like tipping.
Yeah, I like tipping.
Yeah, like in the like here, it's like super like it's kind of like bad if you don't tip. Like it's mean. So when we go to like the restaurants, we leave like a 15 to 18% tip. When we take a Uber, like a car, taxi, we have to like leave a tip. I think things that we don't tip for that I know some other countries tip for is like, I think when people come clean, like when they come clean the bathrooms here, like we can't tip because it's like we don't know like when they're coming, or I wish we could like tip people like that, but
Yeah, because here you shouldn't worry about tipping. Yes, you should. We
oh
don't.
really?
Yeah, we don't really tip. It's just like no, it's not really common here. If you like specifically if you like the waiter, how did she serve you, you can tip. But if you don't want, just fine. You can just leave. In some Asian countries, in Japan, for example, maybe in China, it's disrespectful to tip.
Oh really? Here
Yeah.
it's like even if you don't like the person, you don't tip, like you're ruining their life, and it's like they only make so much, you need to help them, so you have to like it's very like mandatory almost to tip.
Yeah, my friend went to U.S. for work and travel program. Have you heard about this program?
No.
So work and travel is basically when students from other countries go to U.S. Maybe some other countries, but the popular destination is U.S. So they go there like for summer, for 3 months of summer. The 2 months of summer they work, and the last month they just have fun and move in the states. Just like 3 months program, which is called. So they work and travel, but they are allowed only work in service. Like
Oh.
yeah, so they told me that they make a lot of monies from being a waitress, because the
Yeah.
tipping system. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and do you have any questions for me? Maybe anything to say?
Yeah, I wanted to know a little bit like what's college like for you? Like I know what college is like for me. What's it like at your college? Like what's a typical day?
Okay. So here we have like colleges and universities, but it's very different. They're two different things. Colleges usually are like community colleges, and while university is like Harvard or something like this, it's like a bigger, just something like this. So my college now, I'm in my fourth year right now. I'm just graduating soon, like in 2 months. I'm getting my diploma. I'm actually working my
Oh,
diploma. Yeah, I'm majoring in English, and I'm minoring in computer science. So my diploma is like collaboration between these two subjects. It's kind of difficult to.
yeah.
It's two different fields. They're two different. So but mostly I'm focusing in teaching English. TESOL. I'm just working as a freelance teacher now. I have like a student, and we're seeing his progress, so it makes me happy. And my college typical day is like this. I wake up at around 7 a.m. I have to wake up at 7 a.m. because I need to do some makeup. Every day I just need to my makeup, and then I go eat. Sometimes I don't eat, but I do makeup anyways. Just here in Kazakhstan, there's this culture. Girls usually just do makeup, care about themselves a lot. They spend a lot of money on care. It's like in Korea or Japan. But if they don't eat in the morning, it's fine. But they didn't need to do makeup. The way they look. So every day, if you come to Kazakhstan, you will see a lot of beautiful girls. Actually, there's a lot of them, and they're like doing makeup, all those hairstyles, everything. They just come perfect every morning to universities. Even the way they dress up, they pick their outfits every day. They don't really dress in some, t-shirts or whatever. No, they just have dresses, skirts, like those things. Yeah, then I go to school. My school starts at 9, maybe sometimes 10. I have like 6 classes every day.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah, 6 classes. After 6 classes, I have work, my freelance teaching stuff. And then I work on my diploma work sometimes on weekends, usually. I also attend lots of conferences here, forums sometimes, um, all those things. And right now I'm just focusing on education field, just because I want to be college counselor or something like this, or maybe a motivation letter guide. I have my Telegram channel where I share my opportunities with students, and I just like consult, offer consultings like this. So
That's awesome. I think definitely seeing like everything that you do, I think for sure you're gonna get into a super cool master's program somewhere. Like for sure, I can 100% guarantee this.
Are you considering master's program as well, maybe in the future?
um, right now, I'm not sure. I was kind of considering either medical school. I maybe wanted to be a psychiatrist, but I was also considering something in the neuroeconomics field, so maybe like a master in neuroeconomics, because I think that's just like a more like unique perspective on economics that I think would be really cool to bring to like a certain, I guess, company. But right
Mm.
now I'm working at the Hammer Museum, and I'm kind of liking like just like you are doing like the like intermedium like between art and science, which is like
Mm.
super cool. Like I love seeing like that like intertwined. So maybe some sort of like science curator at a museum too. I'm keeping my options like very open right now, but those are just kind of my ideas.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I'm considering master's degree probably in Europe. There is this program called Erasmus Mundus joint program. So you study the master degree in Europe is 2 years. So you spend 2 years studying at four universities, four different Europe countries. So
Oh
Germany,
wow.
yeah, first semester in Germany, second in Scotland, third in Barcelona, and fourth in somewhere else, like in Kieper. So like those four, and then you get the joint diploma degree.
That's so cool. That's like the coolest degree.
Yeah, but, and I was thinking, deciding between studying in US or maybe studying in Europe in this program. So what would you choose if you were in my place?
Ooh, that is so hard. I think honestly, Europe sounds so cool. Like just being able to like go to all like four of the countries. But there's also like US, which is like very like work, work, work.
Diverse.
I feel like there's a lot of opportunities here. I don't know enough about Europe, but I would say honestly, I would probably pick Europe because that's so unique, that type of like program. I don't think that like even when you're like applying for jobs, no other applicants are gonna have like as cool as a program as that. Like you're gonna stand out so much. There's people that come to the US and study, which is like also a super awesome achievement. But like that would be so cool to have that program under your belt.
Yeah, thanks. Um, and can you talk about your relationships with professors and students, how it is like, the process?
Yeah. So a lot of my classes right now are prerequisites. So like before I get to take like the upper division, more like smaller classes. Right now it's more just general chemistry, general biology, general math. And so there's a lot of students in those classes, so I definitely have to attend office hours to talk to professors. So it's harder to have that type of relationship. I would say that's a downfall to UCLA. The class sizes are really big, and sometimes it's hard to get the classes that you need to even like graduate.
Mm.
So it's kind of like you're fighting to get into classes, which sometimes can be like really stressful. But my smaller classes, like my Latin classes, which I love, I get to actually have a relationship with my professor. And upper division classes, I heard that you get to really like have connections with your professor, and they give you research opportunities and such. I've tried to develop relationships with professors to the best of my ability, but there's like so many people that are coming to office hours. It's almost like a second lecture.
Mm. Oh, okay. That was nice actually. So here it's really bit different with professors. We don't have like office hours. I mean, those kind of thing. Like after classes you come to a professor and ask for something. We don't have those things. Uh y-
Oh,
yeah, we don't. If we are struggling with homework or whatever it is, we have to ask it in a lecture or in a seminar. We can't have like office hours after that. So, in the class only, that's all. That's
yeah.
this is not good, I know, but anyways, we got to learn with this. So you're like more independent here. Just do your own things. Not much of support given to students. It's like
Oh, yeah.
mostly on your own. Even we have students coming from other cities to study here, but then even for them, they have to survive on their own and find a flat or something like this, away from their parents. So
That's scary.
I know. So, and because of that reason, youth from CIS countries, from Kazakhstan, maybe some Russia or something, they are like they grow up, they mature early. Because they see all those things, they're more independent on their own. While in Europe, youth in their 25s or 40 are still living with their parents. Here we have those things. If you are not married until you're 25, you don't have a job, stable career, have a house, have a car, you are not successful. It's like,
Oh,
yeah, like
a
till
lot of
25.
pressure.
Yeah, and you also have to have kids and
Oh,
marry.
wow.
Yeah, until 25. If for girls, it's even stricter. It's if you are a girl, you have to do those things until you are 25. It's a bit of pressure.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure. Do you feel like pressured by that?
Um, my parents never pressured me, they never did. They just said, live your own life. But there are lots of parents who pressure their, girls and sons to do that. I guess it's just linked with Eastern culture, like Asia and Japan. They all have those little things. Maybe patriarchy things. Not
Yeah.
so feministic countries. Yes. So, any other questions you have? Maybe whatever you want.
Yeah, I want to know about the recent conferences that you went to. So you said that you went to one in Thailand. What other ones have you done?
Okay, so it was in Taiwan. It's like a small island near China. I thought
Oh,
actually I thought it's a locked country. It turned out my boyfriend also went there for 3 months. He did an internship there. It's not a locked country, but it's hard to get a visa. They don't have the consul or embassies there. So I went to Taiwan, and before that I went to Kyrgyzstan. There is a program called C5+1YC. It's a program run by U.S. Embassy in Kyrgyzstan. So I applied and I got in, and I'm a member of that program. It's been over a year. So yeah, they invited us to for Bishkek. It was a great hotel, great food, great people. We work on projects together with youth from Central Asian countries. I went to that conference, and here I live in. I don't live in Almaty probably. Have you heard about Almaty? The city.
yes.
Okay, I don't live in Almaty. I don't live in Astana. I don't live in the capital as well. I live in the west side of country. So I go to conferences. Last year I spent like every month traveling from my city to Almaty. Every month I used to have flights and go in there. There were lots of conferences, and so I applied to some programs, but I didn't get in. Anyways, I'm gonna do it. I applied for Singapore. There was a summer internship, so I'm waiting for the results.
I think you'll get it. Hopefully you get it.
Yeah, and then there was this conference which was in Harvard. Maybe you have seen that HBR Harvard project on Central Asia. I got into that
Oh,
conference.
God.
Yeah, I got into virtual and real conference, but I didn't go to the conference. I didn't attend because there was a very lack of time to apply to visa. There was just 1 month, and I had to find lots of funding for that. I didn't. I searched for support. I wanted to find funding, but I didn't find.
Oh, that
Sorry.
sucks.
Yeah, I know.
It was still pretty cool though that you got to do that. Like that's awesome. Harvard is like really cool.
Yeah, I didn't expect to get in, but anyways, it was good. There were like application process and an interview process. Um, I think it was my experience applying to U.S. programs. I applied to lots of U.S. programs. I know the application process very well, the essays, the interviews. So I know, and now I'm just helping students to get into to those programs. Yeah, I'm gonna continue.
That's good. Like you found the cheat codes to that.
Yes, I know what they want actually, the
That's
admissions.
good.
Um, so what are you like plans after college? What do you think?
I'm planning on going to some sort of graduate school. I want to do continued school. I think I have a lot more to learn even after neuroscience. I kind of want to like neuroscience. I just want my background to be in that, and then I want to really like hone in on more of like a professional, job-centered type of degree that I could use in my everyday job. So I'm still kind of trying to figure out like what I really truly want to do. I have options and I'm like working towards kind of like getting experience in all my options. Like I had an economics internship. I'm working at my museum and I have my hospital, all my medical experience as well, my club. And so I'm kind of just seeing what I really like, and then I'm gonna decide what to apply to after school for like grad school and like majors, etc.
Oh, nice. I wish you good luck. I think you're gonna get into your dream graduate school.
Oh,
Is it
thank you.
is it gonna be in California or maybe in other states? What do you think?
I'm hoping California. I really love California. I'm such like a California girl. Like it's my favorite. The weather, like the food, the people. Like I'm obsessed with California.
Cool. And what about the safety there? Like crime rates or maybe other things?
Okay, so we're in LA. It's definitely more dangerous. Sometimes I'll walk home. My work is about a 20-minute walk from campus. So when I have late programs, I'll come back at like 11 p.m., which is a little bit scary because there's a lot of crime. And UCLA sends out like crime reports. So if there's like, I get them constantly. So yes, there's like a lot of crime there. Where I'm from, there's less crime. Like in the suburbs, it's more just like calm. Like if you want to go walk out at night by yourself, go for a run, like you can. Here, I mean, you could, but I don't know if it would be such a great idea.
Okay, nice. I had a friend who was living in Florida near Miami. So he was also talking about how he was just went for a run in the night and the police stopped him because there's a crime nearby. They thought he would be deceived. So yeah, I guess it is. And what do you think about what is the coolest state after California in your opinion?
After California, I would have to say Hawaii. I love Hawaii. Like Hawaii is so pretty. The water is amazing. It's very like I love the jungles. I've gone a few times because my dad he does business out there sometimes, and so he'll take me like um to go to like Maui or Kauai and to go like see the islands. I love the islands. It's so awesome. I think next to that would be probably New York. I've never been, but I really want to go. I also love Louisiana.
Mm.
So I one of my favorite trips I ever took was Louisiana and going to New Orleans. It's like it's so cool there. I love the bayou. I went kayaking in the bayous. Like the people there are so nice. Like Louisiana is it's very underrated, I think.
Mm. Yeah, I do think so. The California and New York and most popular states, but people don't know about other southern states maybe. Personally, I wish to go to Texas.
Oh, Texas.
Yeah, Texas. My boyfriend and I love Texas. We want
I
to.
have family in Texas. I go sometimes to Texas.
Okay, and Ohio maybe, or maybe some what else? Oh, not Ohio, but Colorado.
Colorado. Oh, like the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, and there is Arizona where you have these cactus. What do you think? The land of cactuses.
Do you like the so you like the desert? You
Yeah,
want to like go to the desert. I see.
yeah, I do like it.
Desert. There's some desert in California. There's like a desert national forest. There's also sand dunes too, which is surprising.
Hmm. We also have those kind of things here in my city. Uh, you can see that there's a lot of steppe, just a flat steppe, not a lot of just a lot of mountains. It just reminds me of my city when I think about the states.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
So we can just wrap it up. It's been like almost an hour. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it and maybe some last tip, maybe life hack will give to students who are coming to US in general to be ready that they're gonna help for them?
Yeah, I say if you're gonna come to the US, be ready for like a community. It's very like here, community is so important. There's so many different groups that can support you. There's so many different cultural groups and clubs, international student like organizations. Just be prepared for to not be on your own. There's so many people that are here to help you and will want to help you and will bother you and help you. Everybody wants to know like where you're from, what's your culture. Everybody wants to support you. It's just so supportive here. I think that's what I would say.
Yeah, and especially come to LA because
Yeah.
it's great. I will probably visit one day LA. I will do that.
You
Yeah,
should.
maybe for internships. I don't know, but definitely. So
Yeah, you definitely should. Thank you for having me.
thank you for also agreeing. It was just unexpected. I thought you were too busy, but thank you for agreeing. And I wish you good luck on your finals. I hope you finish your college very well. Graduate with honors. That we wish. But first, the most important thing, I wish you good health. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I hope we can meet in the future.
Yes, thank you so much. You too.
Thank you. So, bye.
Bye, good night, or good morning.
Yeah, good night.